But having studied missiles for a number of years, I took a look at the mix of missiles being fired, and the associated them with the firing units, etc., and have come away with the conclusion that Iran has found the perfect mix of missiles designed to confuse and disrupt the missile defense shield to the extent that basically the missiles that were intercepted were designed to be intercepted. And the missiles that hit the target were designed to hit the target. And what Iran showed is that we have your number. And they proved it. The Israelis are very good at reverse engineering problems. I worked with them for many years and worked with them to reverse engineer the Iraqi Scud missile problem, every aspect of it, operationally, from a procurement standpoint, manufacturing standpoint, technical standpoint. So I'm confident that they have applied that skill set to what occurred on Monday. And they know exactly what I'm saying because I just know these people. And I know that they've prepared briefs that have gone up to their chain of command saying there's literally nothing we can do. We've spent almost $1 trillion building a missile defense shield that cannot defend us. There's no tweak that can be done. There's no adjustment can be done. The Iranians have our numbers. And if we do anything against Iran, understand that if they choose to hit any target in Israel, it's gone. They made that very clear. Iran wasn't looking to have a mass casualty event. They weren't looking to kill anybody. In fact, the only reason why people died is freak accidents. One of the missiles shot down by Jordanian air defense fell on Jericho and crushed a man. I think another person died from a missile fragment, again, from a missile that had been shot. Iranian missiles that landed where Iran intended them to land killed nobody, and that was the Iranian intent. What is Israel going to do? And America needs to come face to face to the reality that we have subordinated ourselves to the policy priorities of a government that has been declared to be apartheid and genocidal by the International Court of Justice, a government that shows zero regard for human life, a government that, in order to kill one man, Hassan Nasrallah, who, by the way, apparently had just agreed to a ceasefire, a man who had embraced peace and said, this is the direction we want to go, no war, peace. And they killed him. But in the process of killing him, killed 700 to 1,000 innocent Lebanese civilians. Total disregard for international law, the rules of anything. And we've subordinated ourselves to this murderous regime. It's time for America to reevaluate its relationship with Israel. And I mean to have a sit down, come to Jesus moment with yourselves. Is this really the nation we want to ally ourselves with? Are they our friends? And the answer is no across the board. No. And we'll see what Israel does. But remember, this is about Benjamin Netanyahu's political survival. It's not about the survival of Israel. Israel is actually committing suicide as we speak. Anybody who thinks, listen to Naftali Bennett, the former prime minister, and these other Israeli Zionist murderous thugs out there saying now's the time to take down Iran. Hezbollah has been mortally wounded. Hamas is gone. Really? Go ask the soldiers fighting in Gaza right now how crippled Hamas is. Go ask the Israeli soldiers getting butchered in southern Lebanon how crippled Hamas is. Please don't confuse restraint with weakness. Ask Israel how weak Iran is when those missiles impacted down. I know they've spun it. Nothing happened, this, that, and the other thing. Everybody around the world saw the flight of the bumblebees over Israeli airspace and watched as they impacted on the targets they were intended to hit. Everybody knows what happened. And no amount of spin can change that. It's Israel that's weak. They've done, look, sports analogy. Do you win championships with trick plays? The answer is no. You can win one game with a trick play properly done at one point in time. But if your entire, play sheet is trick plays, you're going to get crushed. Israel has executed a series of trick plays. The pagers blowing up, the targeted assassination of Hassan Nasrallah, trick plays. Hassan Nasrallah has been preparing for his death for decades. Israel tried to kill him in 2006. They've been trying to kill him every year since then. Hassan Nasrallah has made peace with that reality. He has said, I am a living martyr. My death is already preordained. I will be martyred. And Hezbollah has prepared for this. It's not as though his death, which is tragic and a huge blow to the people of Lebanon, to Hezbollah, to anybody who wants a peaceful resolution to this. Remember, Hassan Nasrallah is the guy that said yes to a ceasefire. Just want to remind you that's his last act, was to say yes to a ceasefire, and all the guarantees that come with it, they were given by America when Israel assassinated him. But to think that his death somehow crippled Hezbollah, a resistance organization that has been preparing since 2006 for this very moment. They've thought through every contingency. There's nothing that they haven't considered. The redundancy has been built into their system. Hezbollah is not weak. Hezbollah is stronger than ever because they've absorbed the blows of the Israelis, and they are still there. And Israel's finding out as they try to launch incursions into southern Lebanon. So, the takeaway here is that anybody who thinks that Israel has the upper hand is going to be sadly disappointed. And Americans need to understand that what Israel is doing has a detrimental impact on us as a people. It's going to destroy our economy. It's already destroyed our reputation around the world. There's a reason why the global south has gravitated to BRICS, Russia, China, India, and gravitated away from the United States. It's because what we stand for is war. What we stand for is death. What we stand for is destruction. We don't stand for peace. We don't stand for stability. We don't stand for good relations among men. We're the opposite. We are the evil that walks the world. And one of the reasons why we can be classified as evil is because of our continuing embrace of the most evil entity on the planet today, which is the state of Israel.